Today we shall study nature and significance of management. Management is a pervasive and universal concept. And in simple words, we can say pervasive means related to all levels, and universal, it means it is used in all kinds of organization. No business can work smoothly, irrespective of size, nature, and functions. We need to go for management. And management is the basic reason to achieve targets of the organization. Therefore, we can say management is not constrained to business organizations, but even non-business organization needs to manage its functions. Students, like at home, your mother also goes for management. Without management, no organization can work smoothly. And in simple words, we can say management is a process of planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling the enterprise resources for the purpose of achieving the goals of the organization effectively and efficiently. Now, from this sentence, I can tell you we can take three words: process, effectively, and efficiently. Process. Management is the process of getting things done through others. Effectiveness. Management has to see that tasks are completed and goals are achieved. And we have to achieve these goals, but with the least amount of resources at a minimum cost. It means finishing the task, achieving the target is known as effectiveness, but doing the task with minimum cost, with proper utilization of resource, is known as efficiency. So we can take in the concept of management, we need to know three terms: process, effectiveness, and efficiency. Process means planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Management is a process of all five functions of management. Now, in effectiveness, we need to finish the task and achieve the target. And in efficiency, we need to do the task with minimum cost. As per traditional concept, Mary Parker has said, management is the art of getting things done through others. It means if you are able to take work from others, you are known as manager, because management is what a manager does. And management consists of getting things done through others, and manager is the one who is able to accomplish his organizational objectives by directing the efforts of others. As per the modern concept, you can say management is establishing an effective environment for people operating in formal organizational group. Formal organizational group means this group is meant deliberately by the organization, and the manager has to provide an effective environment for people to do work and to achieve targets in the organization. As per F.W. Taylor, management is a coordination. Coordination means unity in action, coordination of all resources, human resources or physical resources, with a process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling in order to attain desired objectives. It means with the help of coordination, we can bind all other functions of management and we will be able to achieve the goal of the organization. Now, in concept of management, we'll take meaning of management and features of management. In features of management, if in exam features or characteristics comes, then you have to write down the same points. Like management is a goal-oriented process. In this, you can say management is a set of basic goals. Sometimes we have simple goals in the organization, but these goals may be simple, these goals may be clear, and different organizations, they may have different goals, and management leads us towards that goal. The second point of feature is pervasive. Pervasive means related to all levels, and it is being used in all kinds of organization. Management is multi-dimensional because it is a complex activity, but it carries three dimensions: management of work, management of people, and management of operation. Then we'll take next feature, that is management is a continuous process. Already we have done management is a process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. But after controlling, this process will not get over. We begin with planning. It means on the basis of result of controlling, we'll find out the deviations and we'll take corrective action, and in further planning, we'll keep these deviations in mind and we'll plan for future. Our next feature is group activity. Group activity means in the organization, different kind of people work together, and it is a collection of diverse individuals with different needs, and every member has to contribute, and it is the manager who is going to direct the effort, energy of the people in the organization in pursuit of common goal, or will lead all the people towards the goal of the organization. That is why it is known as a group activity. Next feature of management is our dynamic function. This is the beauty of our subject. Our subject is also dynamic. Dynamic means go with the times. It means grow with the times. We must be able to adapt with the changed business situation, changed business environment. That is why management is known as a dynamic function. Last feature of management, management is intangible. Intangible force means a force which we cannot touch and see, but its presence can be felt in the way the organization work. If the organization work in a good way, we can feel the working of the organization. These all are the features or points of nature or characteristics of management. Now next topic is objectives of management. Now management must have multiple objectives, because in present scenario we cannot have sole objective, that is a profit objective in the organization. We must have three objectives: organizational objectives to achieve the goal of the organization, and for that we must have survival of the organization, profit to sustain in the market, and growth. And with organizational objectives, we must go for social objectives. We must serve the society. There are different stakeholders in the organization, and business must fulfill social responsibilities towards all these stakeholders. Like to consumers, business can give quality goods, regular supply of goods, goods at reasonable rates. Civic activities must be done by the people. Business organizations must contribute for the desirable civic activities in the country. We need to generate economic wealth of the country. Creation of employment, it means we need to generate more and more employment. If there is growth of the organization, more output would be there, more profit of the organization will be there. We will be able to give work to more people in the society, and this is how business would be able to achieve this target of generation of employment. Then third kind of objective, that is personal objectives. Employees, those who are working in the organization, they also have some objectives, that they want to get competitive salary, they want to have their personal growth, they want to get perks, allowances, present benefits, future benefits, they want to have professional growth, professional development, they want to get status because they also have peer pressure, and they want to get peer recognition, and they want good working conditions in the organization. It means organizational head must give good environment of doing work in the organization. Our next topic is importance of management. Importance, need, significance, requirement of management. Already, as we have done, management is a goal oriented activity. Management is a group activity. Management will help us in achieving group goal. For example, if class teacher is taking a class, but there are 5 subject teachers, and 5 subject teachers are doing work on the guidelines of a principal of the organization, then principal will direct them to achieve group goal. Each teacher must work and achieve the good result of the organization. Improves efficiency, means we are going to utilize the resources judicially, we are finishing the task on time with minimum resources. Management helps us for the optimum utilization of resource and improvement of efficiency in the organization. Management creates a dynamic organization. It means with the changes in the environment, internal environment, external environment. Next is management helps in achieving personal objectives. If there is prosperity of the organization, then there is a prosperity of employer, and with that there is a prosperity of employees also, and management will help the employees to achieve their personal objectives. Brings harmony in work, it means there is need of peace, there is need of harmony, no clash must be there, there is need of cordial environment, a congenial environment must be there in the organization, and management will help the employees to bring that kind of environment in the organization. Management helps in development of society. If management is earning a lot, profitability is there, then management must fulfill social responsibilities towards society, and management should do work for disadvantaged sections of society. This is how management helps in the development of society. And nowadays, with managerial skill, we must inculcate social skills among the employees for the welfare of society. Our next point is nature of management. Nature of management, in rest of the chapters, when you talk about nature, features, or characteristics of management, that is same. But in this chapter, you will see features of management we have already done. and over here we'll study about nature of management. According to CBSE curriculum, we'll have three areas. First area is management as a science, second area management as an art, and third area is management as a profession. In management as an art, first of all, we must know the meaning of art. Art is a skillful and personal application of existing knowledge to achieve desired result. Now, in management as an art, if there is a theory of any area of work, we must go for that literature part. Only then we will be able to execute that work. So that's why art means to know. In art, first of all, we must go for the literature, we must go for the theoretical knowledge. Then the second feature of management as an art is personalized application. It means management fulfills this criterion as a good manager works through a combination of practice, creativity, imagination, initiative, and innovation. Then we'll take third point, that is based on practice and creativity. A person becomes a better manager with constant practice and experience. This also leads to emergence of different styles of management. In conclusion, you can say management is a complete art. Now, the second area in nature of management is management as a science. In management as a science, first of all, you must know how management is a science. Science is a systematized body of knowledge that explains certain general truths. What is a systematized body of knowledge? Management, like science, is also a well-defined body of knowledge containing a number of theories and principles formulated by various management experts. Principles based on experimentation. Like the principles of pure science, the principles of management are also based on personal observation and tested through repeated experimentation. Students, in this you can get one more question also, how management principles are derived. Management principles are derived by observation method and experimentation method. The same we are discussing here, that all the principles are first being observed and then being experimented. Then universal validity. This is the third feature in management as a science. Unlike the scientific principles, the principles of management lack universal validity as it deals with human behavior, which is complex in nature. Different people react differently to the same situation and therefore their behavior cannot be predicted with accuracy. For example, if you use principle of motivation, then efficiency will come, but the difference in efficiency will be there as per the behavior of employees in the organization. Now, the third area in nature of management is management as a profession. But before that, I want to tell you, in management as a science, you cannot call it a perfect science, but it is a social science. In management as a profession is an economic activity which requires specialized knowledge and skill. Like your teachers, they have special kind of training, doctors, they have training, lawyers, they have different kind of training. So that's why we can call it well-defined body of knowledge. Management fulfills this criteria as it includes a set of theories and principles formulated by various management experts. Restricted entry, like all other professions, management as a profession does not fulfill this criteria as anyone can be called a manager, regardless of his or her academic qualifications. In professional association, several management associations exist today. However, unlike other professions, it is not necessary to be a member of such an association to become a manager. Like for doctors, there is a Medical Council of India. For lawyers, there is a Bar Council of India. But for managers, there is no such kind of, you can say, fixed council, a registered council in India. But there is one association, that is All India Management Association. If managers, they are the members of that association, then they need to follow the code of conduct of that. So therefore, the next feature is code of conduct, and there is a need of code of conduct which guides the behavior of its members. And if we are in profession, good management ensures that it serves both the objectives of profit maximization and social welfare effectively through its existence. Now, in management as a profession, you can say management does not meet the exact criteria of a profession. Like if a question comes in your exam by management is a profession, then it does not meet the exact criteria of profession. This is in the nature of management. Three aspects you have to prepare: management as a science, management as an art, and management as a profession. If you talk about as an art, it is a complete art. If you talk about the science, it is a social science. And if you talk about profession, then you can say it does not meet 100% criteria of management as a profession. Now we talk about levels of management. Now, when we talk about levels of management, then we have three kinds of levels of management: top level managers, middle level managers, and first line managers. Like we have already talked about management as a process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Then all level managers work the same. Top level managers, they plan, organize, staff, direct, and control middle level managers. And middle level managers, they plan, organize, staff, direct, and control the operative level managers, or you can say supervisory level of management or lower level of management. Now, lower level management, again, they plan, staff, direct, control, and organize for operative workforce. Like in this slide, you can see the designations for top level managers. We can say board of directors, chairman, general manager, president, vice president, chief executive officer, chief financial officer, and chief operating officer will come in the category of top level managers. Purchase manager, sales manager, marketing manager, executive officer, plant superintendent, divisional heads, and departmental heads will come in the category of middle level managers. Then we talk about supervisory level, or you can say operative level of management or lower level of management. Supervisory, lower, and operative level of management, that is same. And in this, the designations are supervisor, superintendent, foreman, section officer, clerk, sub department, and executive. And in this diagram, you will see authority comes from top to bottom, and responsibility or accountability, because accountability comes for the final outcome in the organization. That's why accountability has been mentioned here. Accountability goes from bottom to top. Students, I think levels of management clear to you. Now we talk about functions of management. Like Rudyard Kipling has said, I keep 6 honest serving men. And these 6 honest serving men are what, when, where, how, by whom, and why. And with these 6 honest serving men, you can create definition of planning. Over here I have written, it refers to deciding in advance what to do, how to do, and who is going to do it. Now the second function of management, that is organizing. In organizing, whatever work we want to organize, whatever event we want to conduct, first of all we'll identify the activities, then we'll make the groups, and it is known as departmentalization. Then after that we'll assign the duties, grant the authority, and fix the responsibility. You must know the meaning of authority. Authority means power to get work from others, and responsibility means obligation towards assigned task. Okay, like if you want to conduct a cricket match and you have selected a cricket team, then first of all you will identify the activities: batting, bowling, or you can say fielding. After identifying the activities, you will make the groups, then you will assign the duty, and then you will grant the authority, who is going to be the captain of the team or vice captain of the team, and then you will fix the responsibility accordingly. And already we have done authority comes from top to bottom and responsibility from bottom to top. Now the third function of management, that is staffing. In staffing, we do manpower planning, recruitment. In recruitment means invite the people to apply for jobs in the organization, and then we do the selection with a proper selection process system. And if you have hired the staff, then there is a need of training. So different kinds of training is there, and training increases knowledge and skill of the employees. And in development you can get the growth of employees from all aspects, and accordingly you need to plan for growth and development program of your organization. Appraisal, you will see the performance appraisal. You want to know the worth of employee in the organization, and for that, for the employees, you can give incentives, or sometimes you can promote them, you can transfer them, and these employees need to be fairly remunerated or compensated. So these all are the functions in staffing. Then there is directing. In directing, we have 4 elements: supervision, super plus vision. Super means over, vision means see. Oversee the activities of people at workplace. Communication. In class 11, you have studied communication, recent trends of communication, but over here you will study the various kinds of communication we have. And over here, communication means exchange of ideas, memos, orders, reports, instructions. And then we'll talk about motivation. With the help of motivation, we stimulate the people to do the work in the organization. This is third element of directing. Then there is leadership, and with leadership we influence the behavior of people at workplace. Then the last function of management, though we call it last function, but this is a very, you can call it, it is a primary function of management, controlling. In controlling, you can just take 5 points on your 5 fingertips. First of all, you have to establish standards of work. Then you will see the actual performance. After establishing standards, you will see the actual performance, and then you will compare the both. It means you are going to match standards with the actual performance. After the comparison, you will be able to find out the deviations. Meaning of deviation. Deviation means difference. The difference may be measured, difference may be minor. According to the volume of difference, you will take corrective action. For example, if you are going to appear for exam and standard marks 100, and if you have scored 20 marks and difference is 80, that is a major deviation, then corrective action would be taken in form of conduction of remedial classes by the organizational head. In this chapter, our last topic is coordination. Coordination is the process of integrating the individual and group efforts in pursuit of common goals. Coordination is the process that binds all functions of management, like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Coordination is a deliberate function, deliberate process. Coordinators are being deliberately appointed by the management. And whatever individual efforts, whatever group efforts, with the help of coordination, will lead all these efforts towards the common goal of the organization. Now, why coordination is required in the organization? If the size of the organization is large and there is scope of growth in the organization, then we need more coordination. In functional differentiation, if different departments are there, different kind of work is there, then we need to get unity in action, and for that we need coordination. Specialization, because different departments are there, they are working, and we want to get the output, we want to get the productivity from them, and with the help of coordination we get specialization in them. Now, in features of coordination, we can say with the help of coordination you can integrate individual efforts and group efforts for purposeful work activity in the organization. Coordination means is unity in action, and it binds all other functions of management, it binds all departments, it just works between two departments and among different departments. And coordination is an ongoing process. It is required till an organization exists. It means the moment of planning, you need organization. Moment of organizing, you need coordination. Moment of staffing, you need coordination. Moment of directing, you need coordination. Moment of controlling, again you need coordination. The next feature of coordination is it is all pervasive, as it is required at all levels of management. It means coordination is required at top level management, then it is again required at middle level management, then again it is required at lower level management. Now, the next feature of coordination, it is the responsibility of all managers, top level managers, middle level managers, lower level managers. However, the scope of their operations, according to their strength, according to their potential, according to their authority, the scope may vary. Now, coordination is a deliberate function. Now, with coordination, I want to teach you one more term, that is cooperation. Cooperation is spontaneous. It is not a deliberate function of management. Coordination and cooperation. Coordination is a deliberate process. Cooperation is spontaneous process. It is the sweet will of employees to cooperate the superior in the organization, or to cooperate the organizational staff. It is mutual, you can say, mutual consent or mutual cooperation among the staff, just to inculcate congenial environment of work in the organization. Now, sometimes a question can be asked in the examination, it can be tested, and it is very important question, that coordination is the essence of management. Students, sometimes you go for ice cream, but you would love to go for a particular flavor. Every student would love a different flavor. Some students would go for vanilla, and the others will go for strawberry, and the third group can go for chocolate flavor. Ice cream is same, but the flavor is different. Like that, coordination, like Vanilla is an essence, strawberry is an essence, chocolate is an essence. Like that, coordination is an essence in management. Vanilla is an essence in ice cream, but coordination is an essence in management. It means with each function of management, we can correlate coordination. Like in planning, coordination is required between master plan of the organization or departmental plan or supportive plan, or you can say derivative plan. In organization, coordination is required between different resources of an organization and also between authority, responsibility, and accountability. Accountability means you can be held responsible for the final outcome of the organization. Authority, I have already told you, power to get work from others. Responsibility means obligation towards assigned task. Now in staffing, coordination is required between skill of a person and a job assigned to him, between efficiency and compensation, etc. So it means coordination is required. The employees, it means you can take it like cost benefit analysis. What is the cost of an employee to the organization and what is the benefit raised to that? And between the two terms, coordination is required. Now in directing function, coordination is required between superior and subordinates because superior gives orders, instructions, guidelines, and suggestions to subordinates. And with the help of their subordinates give results to the organization. In controlling function, coordination is required between standards we establish, which organization would love to achieve, and actual performance. Coordination will work between establishment of standards and actual performance. I hope you understood this chapter well, and you are free to come for query anytime. Thank you very much.